Welcome back, everybody, to the Eminence in Shadow Season 2, Episode 5 review, where we're really starting to get into this whole corporate war, where the events from the previous episode are starting to pay off. Mitsugushi is under attack by the corporate alliance for Clovers. Shadow is finally getting all his fake currency into the city, and the corporate alliance, their head chief, is revealing their actual plan as well. So let's get on into it. So when the attack is going on with Mitsugushi from the Four Clovers, Gamma and Alpha are having a meeting. Now, at this meeting, Alpha asks one of their side shadows to go deal with their pests, but instead, Gamma wants to take this over and go attack. Now, why is this a bit of an issue? Because at first, Lady Alpha's like, no, you go take care of it, and side girl, and Gamma again insists that she wants to go take care of it because she can handle it just fine, and she goes off and does it. Now, why? Well, in the scene we see that although she's very powerful and very smart and very clever, she's absolutely a klutz. She shows several times that this guy could probably easily kill her if it wasn't for the fact that she just has super strong skin and is very durable thanks to the slime that she got from Shao. Because the dude hits her with a hand, hurts his hand. He hits her with a sword, completely bends the sword. So just showing that she's impervious to blows, and all her attacks are very basic. But she has intense magical power, so she's able to do a lot of damage to everything around her. And that's actually how she kills the guy in the end. Is it's just purely by accident. So she shows that she's powerful and she does take out the bad guys. It's just that their building is a lot more damage than it otherwise would be. At this, Alpha and one of the other shadows are just shaking their head at this whole situation that went on. But what can you do? The girl wanted to go have at it. Now, one other very important item to discuss is she's only 17. Like, what the heck? Puberty hit her hard. Like, very hard. Like, the fact that she is 17 years old and has a body like that, damn. Like, okay, you gotta be careful out there, man. Okay, just be very careful out there. Now, at this, the corporate alliance has heard what's going on. That their strike team failed, their lookouts are gone, the reinforcements that they sent to back up the Clovers has been wiped out. So, just a complete catastrophe. At this, one of the guys is trying to go meet with the other corporate alliance board members to settle them down and not get too concerned about the attack on Mitsugushi and its failure. While I think the guy's name was Gruntus, says he doesn't really care about it and that this is just part of the plan. That those four clovers, he shouldn't expect too much of them. After all, they were just bandits. That he would have wanted to get some children, but the cult's resources are too low. But it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because it'll all fall apart. And we see a clip of his time in the past where we think that before he was blinded, he met a foe with a bag over his head. Now, if you watch season one, you would realize that this swordman with the bag on his head is actually Sid back in his childhood when he went about just slaying bandits with a bag over his head. So that's awesome to see that that character has a little connection between him and Sid already. Now, from here, we get to move on to Sid meeting up with Yukime the White Fox as she's showing him their facility for the counterfeit bills and the whole system of moving it from their hidden cave location to the lawless city and then getting it into Midgard, the capital. She then shows him the bills, and apparently they're so good that you can't tell the fake ones apart from the real ones, or the fake ones look more real than the fake dollar bills. Which is fine for the most part, at least what Sid says. No one should really understand or see the difference. And that's not quite the case because the next clip is immediately showing that the Mitsugushi girls, Shao Garden, has discovered the fake money that is issued by the corporate alliance. So they quickly go over there and tell someone's copying your bills. Now, why do they tell the corporate alliance, hey, someone's copying your bills? Because here's the thing that Alpha recognizes that someone is trying to flood the market with counterfeit currency, causing people to lose trust in the currency and thus bring the whole credit system crashing down on itself. And she's forcing this onto the corporate alliance so they at least become aware of it. Now, once Gartus and the other member of the corporate alliance realize what's going on, he takes it somewhat seriously and somewhat concerned because he reveals the horrible plan that there was to destroy the corporate alliance and Mitsugushi at the end of it with a similar scheme, but not before the cult could get a lot of their assets back because they're pretty low on resources right now. But they've executed the plan before everything's ready. And he's like, don't they realize what's going on here? Like, there's a horrible, horrible timing. So we're left to wonder, is he doing something about this or is he not? Is he letting it be? He's frustrated, but we don't really see anything for the rest of this episode of him tracking down where the money is coming from or where it's going. Now, from here, we do go over to the train that's making its journey over to the Lawless City, and it's being attacked by three members of Shadow Garden: 664, 665, and 666, or in other words, Olivia, the girl that joined up with the Shadow Garden in the previous episode, who's a princess of one of the kingdoms that is currently in turmoil. Now, when they get onto this train, they're seeing that, hey, there's no one on here. There's nothing here. They know it's just a cargo train, but they will figure that at least some passengers would be there, but no one's around. At this, also, 664 is telling Olivia to pay attention because apparently in the last few missions she hasn't really kept her focus. Something's definitely distracting her, which, I mean, if I was her, I'd be distracted too because she did kill her dad in last season and her kingdom's falling apart, so she has a lot weighing on her mind as the crown princess right now. Also, the other girl is just stuffing her mouth with food constantly, so just kind of a disheveled little group, but it's fine. Now, as they're exploring the train, all of a sudden some magical threads show up and captures 664 and 665, leaving only Olivia to be free from the webs. Now, she turns around to see that the person controlling said webs, the man with the strings, is Mr. Smith, or Sid. Now, she immediately tries to go in for the attack on Sid, but he's able to catch her blade, and he's like, hey, you made the right move, it's just that you're not skilled enough to make this last desperate attack. And with that, he binds her up as well with the other two. He's like, yeah, I figured you guys would figure things out, but it's not quite ready yet. And he just shucks them out the window, surprising all three of the girls. Because at that time, they had been trying to break free, but they absolutely fail at it. Now, they want to go back after him, at least Olivia does, but 664 stops her, realizing that, hey, we're just going to get our asses kicked again if we go up against him. Right now, we just need to go back to the Seven Shadows, let them know what's going on, and let the big bosses deal with it. At this, Olivia's having a bit of a mental crisis, like why she's so weak, why she's so pathetic, still not getting over the turmoil from the last season, which is honestly fair enough. With that, the three girls head back to inform Shadow Garden. Now, what did I think about this episode? I thought it was a good episode. I liked them showing Gamma actually gain some combat and showing us why we usually don't see her on the front lines, that she's a complete klutz and she destroys everything around her. So she's kind of a warrior of last resort. You definitely want her in the finance room, but not on the battlefield. So I like seeing that. I like that we get to see some history between Grentis and Sid. Although we don't really know a whole story on that, we just know there's some history there. You can make the White Fox. I know I didn't mention this early in the review, but she is personally targeting Gruntus, and she wants to kill him because apparently he took everything from her, and so now she wants to destroy the corporate alliance and then destroy him. Sid warning her, hey, be careful of the road you go down. I like that aspect of it. Well, it gives the character a little bit more depth, and not just that she is just some underworld mob boss, that she has a little bit more of a deeper layer to her than just, hey, I want money. So I like that they add a little bit of flavor to her there. Now, one of the parts of the episode that I didn't get into the earlier part of my review was when Sid and Princess Alexia were having a little bit of a contest, and she was able to beat Sid with her fencing style, showing that she's becoming a stronger fencer. And I really like the scene that they have between each other, that she's explaining to him that she was just staying still, she wasn't doing anything. So the reason why she's getting stronger is because she wants to become more useful, she wants to become more of a princess than what she was before. And it really just deposes her becoming stronger, and it shows her sister Iris just kind of stagnating, staying where she's at, just kind of lost. So I like the dichotomy because before it was her sister Alexia that was kind of lost, kind of meandering, didn't really have much of a goal in life, it seemed, in the first season. And now here in the second season, after the events of the first one, she's coming up from what she was, and after being defeated in the first season, her sister Iris is falling down below. So I kind of like to see that dichotomy between these two characters, one rising and one falling. So I like to see that there's something interesting going on between those two. But otherwise, yeah, I thought they did a great job with the episode. That's really all I got to report at the moment. I would like to hear what do you guys think. Did I go a little bit too much into my review here? Did I not go enough? What was your favorite parts of the episode so far? Where do you think that they could have done a little bit better? I look forward to hear from you. Leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care now. Bye.